And here's your host, Steve Shedler.
Hey! And a good morning to you. 7 a.m. on your Monday. Thank you. Thank you. Let me adjust my microphone here. Steve with you on a Monday morning. Hope you're off to a good start. Finally seeing some rain here in southeast Iowa. In fact, let's just jump right into it. Let's take a look at our forecast for today. Has some rain, some showers and thunderstorms today, likely up to about 4 p.m. today. Otherwise, some patchy fog this morning till about 10 a.m. And a cloudy sky, a high around 67. For tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 49. And then sunshine on Tuesday, 72. We'll have clear skies on Tuesday night, a low of 47. And Wednesday, beautiful day, a high of 74 with sunshine. Right now, let's get our current details. 61 degrees here in southeast Iowa. Humidity, it's pretty thick. 100% humidity right now. Calm winds, dew point at 61, and visibility at about 6 miles on this September 11th on a Monday here on the Morning Wake Up here on Steve Shetler Media. Let's flip it back to me. There we go. There's my ugly mug. Let's bring up the commercials. So glad to have you hanging out on this Monday after this weekend. Pretty good weekend. Pretty nice weekend here in southeast Iowa. Let's see here. Oh, I did want to mention, in case anybody tuned in last week and you were wondering, today's show is sponsored by Pumpkin Spice Butt Wipes. I know I had a lot of comments. If you didn't tune in last week, and you don't know what I'm talking about, pumpkin spice butt wipes are a real thing. It's reality. That is real life, folks. So make sure you get yours and smell fresh like pumpkin spice on the fall day here in southeast Iowa. What else happened over the weekend? Of course, it's a Hawkeye state. It's always a Hawkeye state. Even if the Cyclones win, it's still a Hawkeye state. But it's Iowa over Iowa State on Saturday, 20-13. Iowa's offense, I don't know, had its moments, but still, just 20 points. The defense, the star of the show, once again, as it has been the last few years, holding Iowa State to 13 points, touchdown given up to the Cyclones in that last quarter, but otherwise Iowa's defense just stifling Iowa State throughout most of the game, and Iowa's offense doing just enough to get by as it has for the past few years. So Iowa 2-0. I believe they snuck back into the AP Top 25, and they're right at number 25 as they'll be seeing action again coming up on Saturday. Hey, if you're tuned in, tell me good morning in the comments. Maybe tell me where you're tuned in from, what town you're watching from, and we'll say hi to you in the comments. All right, so we got to get to this. Good morning to Kathy. Good morning, and let's get to this. Breaking news. There were reports in Sigourney, Iowa over the weekend on Saturday of a pale-skinned orangutan flailing its arms. You know how orangutans do. They flail their arms. That's my orangutan impersonation. Flailing its arms, a pale-skinned orangutan flailing its arms and whooping like a 5-year-old girl on Saturday. It was Saturday afternoon. Reports coming in from around the Legion Park area in Sigourney. No, wait a minute. No, I can confirm that was not an orangutan. I can confirm there were 5-year-old girl screams and there were arms flailing. It was me. I was out hedge trimming, doing the weeds, but got into some thick stuff, and evidently I upset a thing of bees. As the bees started coming after me, they zapped me about here, back here, over there, up there. I got about 8 bee stings, and yes, my arms were flailing. I was whooping and crying and screaming. That's only the second time in my life that I've been stung by a bee. So, it wasn't only the second time. It was the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. I don't know how many bee stings I got. But, I ran to my neighbor's yard. They were working on their pool in the backyard. I was flailing with my arms. And my flip-flops were flipping and flopping everywhere. I ended up taking off my shirt because the bees were all over my shirt. So yes, and then I ran home after I embarrassed myself in front of the neighbors. So I was shoeless, I was shirtless, and nobody wants to see me shirtless. That's where the pale skin comes in. The skin underneath this shirt has not seen the sun in quite a while. Nobody wants to see my pale white, pasty, flabby skin with the back hair doing its thing. So thus, the flailing orangutan rumors, but it was just me, so I survived. I didn't realize that bee stings were so itchy after the fact. So I've been itching this weekend, but I survived the bee stings, and I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Those bees are not going to deter me from whacking my weeds. That's my big story from over the weekend. My neighbor, I should say, was nice enough to knock on the door, check on me, see how I was doing, and bring me back one of my flip-flops. Thanks, Matt. If you're tuned in this morning, I had to go back later on at halftime of the Iowa game, and I got my shirt and collected my other flip-flop. It was an embarrassing situation, folks. So there you go. That was the excitement from my weekend. Hey, it's 7:08 on your Monday. Again, 61 degrees and some rain, much needed rain here in southeast Iowa. Even if it's just some sprinkles right now, we can use it. Use all the moisture we can get. Let's take a look at some celebrity birthdays. Let's see here. We've got film director Brian De Palma, turning 83 years old today. Tommy Shaw. Where's Craig McClanahan? Somebody call Craig McClanahan and tell him that it's Tommy Shaw's birthday. Tommy Shaw from Styx. He's 70 years old today. My friend Craig, everybody knows it. He's a huge Styx fan. In fact, Craig took me to see Styx one time and meet the guys. So good morning to you, Craig, if you're tuned in. Let's see here. Actress Virginia Madsen, 62. Singer-songwriter Moby is 58. We've got Harry Connick Jr. turning 56. Taraji P. Henson, actress, 53. Rap artist Ludacris, 46. Football player Ed Reed is 45. And Charles Kelly from Lady A. Because we can't say Lady Antebellum anymore. That'll get us in trouble. Word antebellum triggers me, I know. Those are our birthdays for today. I also know it's Jane Lucci's birthday. Jane is a friend of mine. Saw her yesterday at the Alzheimer's Walk here in Sigourney. Jane sang the national anthem to kick things off and then sang a few more songs later on. So happy birthday to you, Jane. That comes right after her brother Michael had a birthday yesterday. So yeah, birthdays back-to-back for the Dietrich family. On this day in history, 1777, during the American Revolution, General George Washington's troops suffered a defeat at the hands of the British in the Battle of Brandywine. That was in Delaware. Also on this date in 1789, Alexander Hamilton is appointed the first U.S. Secretary of the Treasury. Also today in 1853, the electric telegraph was used for the very first time. This date in 1946, the first mobile long-distance car-to-car telephone conversation took place. Interesting. We do that all the time now, but that was the first time it took place back in 1946. It was today, 1985, Pete Rose became baseball's all-time career hit leader. And also, of course, you never forget, if you were around back in 2001, you know that our world forever changed on 9/11. Terrorists crashing 2 hijacked airplanes into the World Trade Center in New York, bringing down the Twin Towers, killing more than 3,000 people on this date in history. So, yeah, we keep those in mind, and we remember those who not only lost their lives that were trapped in the building during those that day, and then all the folks, the firefighters, the policemen, the first responders that went in and sacrificed themselves as well. Boy, I can remember that morning crystal clear. So 9/11 on this day back in 2001. Today is National Boss Employee Exchange Day. Well, at Steve Shetler Media, I am the boss and I am the employee. So I don't know what Boss Employee Exchange Day is, but yeah, it's all one roll here at Steve Shetler Media. It's National Hot Cross Bun Day. It's also National Make Your Bed Day and Patriot Day and National Day of Service and Remembrance. So, again, 9/11 on our hearts and minds today. This week, International Housekeepers Week. That runs through this week. So thank you to all the housekeepers. Does anybody out there have a housekeeper? Do you have somebody come in and kind of tidy up? We don't, but we're hiring. Who wants to come make my bed and dust and vacuum? No, we do a good job here at the Shetler household of cleaning up after ourselves. Hey, things you need to know. The NFL kicked off on Thursday night with about 27 million viewers. I'm not much of an NFL fan. Are you guys? Mention in the comments if you're an NFL fan and what team you cheer for. I know we got a lot of Midwest folks like the Bears, the Packers, the Vikings. So maybe say who you like in the comments. Let's see here. Other things you need to know. Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi saying on Friday that she's going to run for re-election for another term in Congress. You know, they're talking about, politicians getting so old while staying in office. I think that's another one that you need to look at. Let's see here. Renee, the Bears. Her husband, the Patriots. Let's see here. Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. Is that how you say that? Because I'm not very cool. I'm pretty out of it. ASAP Rocky and Rihanna have finally revealed the name of their son that they had together last month. The name for the baby is Riot Rose Myers. So, Baby Riot. It's a baby riot. And also country music's Zach Bryan arrested last week for obstruction of an investigation. I believe that was out in Oklahoma. Hey, some food news. Let's see here. Alan Sellers, go back to the beginning. Go back to the beginning of this video, Alan. We were talking about the pumpkin spice butt wipes. They butt wipe the Steelers. Alan likes the Niners, longtime Niners fan there. Let's see here. Beginning tomorrow in food news, Wendy's. Hey, we were just talking pumpkin spice. Wendy's is going to be jumping into the fall season and will begin offering pumpkin spice Frosties. And then afterwards, you can get the butt wipes. Today's impossible question. Here's your impossible question. Made myself cough on that one. You'll find about 6 of these in the average kitchen. What do you think? 6 of these in the average kitchen. The answer is refrigerator magnets. Again, magnets on your fridge. You'll find an average of about 6 of those in a kitchen. In case you didn't know or realize, I do not have a guest today. Nobody had anything interesting they wanted to add to the program today, so we're actually not going to be on too much terribly longer. So if you want to be a guest on the morning wake up, just let me know. If you got something interesting that folks on here would be interested in, you want to promote, if you have an event. We had Pam Schwenke from the Alzheimer's Walk on last week. Who did we have on last week? With me being sick, it was a little bit limited, but we talked to Tricia Black last week. She won a Coach of the Year award. We had Jody Griner on from Jody's Journeys. We were talking about her trip coming up to Branson. She sold some more tickets because of being on the morning wake up. So if you're one of my sponsors, and if you're somebody in the community that has something interesting going on, maybe a coach, maybe a church, maybe it doesn't matter. If you have something going on of interest to the public, let me know. Let's get you on here, and we'll hook you up with the link and get you on the Steve Shetler Media Morning Wake Up. Hey, and some other weird news. Let's see here. 5 asteroids going to be passing by Earth this week. 3 of them the size of airplanes, according to NASA. Between now and tomorrow, NASA reporting that 5 asteroids are going to be passing by Earth, but none are going to threaten our planet. So, yeah, look out for that. And then finally, we have come to the end. Top box office week, the week ending of September 10th. If you went out to a movie, here are your top 5 money-making movies from this weekend. Number 5, Barbie, still hanging around. It's made over $620 million here in North America. Also, big money movies. Number 4 was Jawan. I'm really out of it as far as movies go. I don't know what Jawan is. Never even heard of it. My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3 is at number 3 on the money makers. It debuts with $10 million. Equalizer 3 at number 2, brought in just over $12 million for the weekend. And then The Nun 2 brought in $32.6 million in its debut weekend, and that debuts at number 1. So lots of numbers there in the top 3. You got The Nun 2, Equalizer 3, and My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3. All in the top 3. So those are your top movies. And that does it for me. Let's once again get a look at our forecast. We'll see if my microphone stays. I don't know why it does that. I need to get to the bottom of that. But our forecast for today, some more showers and thunderstorms hanging around through most of the day today. Some patchy fog, cloudy, high of 67. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 49, and sunshine and 72 for your Tuesday. Right now, some rain and 61 here in southeast Iowa. That will wrap it up. Hey, we thank all of our sponsors for making things possible here on Steve Shetler Media. And, of course, those sponsors found right down there in the corner. So we do thank them. Where are my sponsors? I don't know. They've disappeared as well. Let's get out of here. Hey, tune in tomorrow morning. We'll do this again. And also stick around. Coming up here on Steve Shetler Media in just a little while, we will have In Remembrance Of. So we'll get to that at about 8 o'clock. Have a good day. Enjoy the rainy weather. I think I'll go take a nap. Bye-bye.